Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie with Vintage Freak 32, and today we're going to do some button bouquets. I apologize for my stuffy sounding nose. I'm under the weather but recovering. So I just came back from Colorado. I'm going to do a thrift haul video once I'm fully back to feeling better, but I did pick these two up in Colorado at an antique store. They were single shakers. Well, one's a shaker and one is a Hoosier spice cabinet container. But we're going to upcycle these. I just can't leave singles alone. I have to save them. So I like to pick these up because they usually don't have a mate, or they're the one out of their set. And I can usually find them for pretty cheap. So this Hoosier bottle, you would normally put like your spices in, and then you would put a label on it, and the glass bottle has a spot for a label to go. So I'm going to put a label on it from this sticker book, which is from Amazon. I will put the link for that sticker book in the description box below. I still have some brain fog, guys, so my delay here is a little bit rough. So for the button bouquets, this one doesn't have holes because it's not a shaker, it's a spice jar, but this is a pretty thin aluminum lid. So I'm going to use this tool for bookbinding to put the holes in. And then this is where I hold all of my vintage buttons and I try to color coordinate them. This is actually a tea bag holder box, but I found it works pretty perfect for my buttons. And I just try to put them by color in here, more or less. So I recently thrifted these buttons in my hands. I really liked the flower ones. So this is mostly what we're going to use, and then we're going to add in different colors from my stash here. You'll find further along here that like what I end up pulling is a lot of green and yellow, and then I was like, this is giving very St. Patrick's, and so then I started to pull other colors in, and it kind of changed that look. So you see right here, it's looking very St. Patrick's, but what can I say? I like green. So we're going to use floral wire to make the button bouquets, and these are pretty simple to do. It's just all about layering your buttons and not putting too many. The most I would ever suggest to do is 3 buttons on a stem, because otherwise, unless you're going to use really thick wire, which is going to also prevent what size buttons you use, this is obviously the thicker the wire you use, the bigger your buttonholes need to be, and not all the buttonholes are the same, right? So obviously the smaller buttons have smaller holes, the bigger buttons have bigger holes. So what you want to do is cut a piece of wire that is, when you double it over, still going to give you enough length that your button flower will still be standing up. If you cut it too short, then it won't fit, it'll fall over, it'll fall out, it won't hold it. So we're gonna show you an example of how to build these button flowers. And so you want to do varying sizes and tier them up, and you'll start threading the smallest size. So this is me just kind of brainstorming what I want to do, and at this point I definitely was like, okay, you pulled way too much green, and as evidenced by what's on the table here. But I know I'm gonna end up using all those flower buttons. I wish I had more of those. They're fantastic. And then there's obviously some newer-ish buttons. That one says Calvin Klein on it, but if you don't want the writing showing, you just flip your button over. For the most part, you can do this with just about any button, unless it's a single hole on the underside. Obviously, you can't flip it. So this is how we'll start. You start with your smallest button, whatever is going to be on top. You'll start with that first, and then you thread through. And I like to go kitty corner, not straight across, so go diagonally in the holes. And then I do a little twist, one twist. This is optional. If you want your stacks to be tighter together and touching, don't put this twist in between each layer. So you're going to twist and then pull the wire apart, and that just kind of tightens it up against it. And then I'm kind of still like, well, can I use this flower here? Now I'm still brainstorming. And then, so this is your max that you want to do. And if you're going to do a really big button, I would suggest only doing 2, because the bigger the button, the more it weighs. And then the issue is that you're going to have your flower button drooping over, and the wire is not going to be sturdy enough to hold it upright, because you want to be able to be pliable with these and shape them how you want. So then once you have all your buttons in place, you're going to twist tie basically the wire all the way down, creating your stem. So this is just showing another example where the button hole is on the underside, and it's that flower one I really like, so I just gave it a big base. And that is it. And then here's another one where I used the little flower button. I just love how these came out. So I'm going to make all these off camera, and then we're going to come back to styling them. So these are all the ones that I made. I didn't even count. There's probably easily 25 to 30 button flowers here. They're pretty quick to make. I always have a lot of fun making these. This is where your creative side gets to kind of be this eclectic little collage of button flowers, if you will. So what we're gonna do first is I want to add an applique to this pepper shaker. And some of you might be like, no, leave it, don't touch it. Like, fine, if that's your jam, but I'm still gonna dress it up, because this is my craft and I'm gonna do what I want. So this is an IOD transfer, and I've done these many times in my previous videos. If you're new here, I do like to use transfers a lot. It just brings another level to these items and kind of jazzes them up. So I am gonna rub this IOD transfer on. If you're unfamiliar with these, they're like a little decal that you rub on. It's a little tacky on one side, but rubbing it on actually transfers it on from the vellum. And then you always have to seal them in. So we're going to use my tried and true Folk Art antique wax, which I finally transferred into a squeeze bottle because it's a thinner wax. It's not like a pasty wax. So now that that's sealed on there, we are going to arrange our bouquet, if you will. So I went ahead and picked a cluster of ones and kind of put them in my hand to see how I like them all together. And then we're just gonna kind of wing it and go for it. And this is just, you're playing around and seeing what you like. I typically take the biggest button flower and put that in the middle, and then I work my way around, because we want to kind of create like a dome of flowers. I like mine very full. I don't like them sparse. So you will get a lot of button flowers with my bigger shakers like this, because I like it to be very full. So I'm just messing around. I'm not trimming them yet or cutting them down. I'm just playing around with placement and seeing where I want them all to be. And then I go back in and voila, I trim them down. And so you see kind of more or less I have that kind of dome effect, so that you can see just about every single one of the button flowers. I try to make sure you can see them all. Sometimes they get a little hidden, and the beauty of this is you can always rearrange them. They're not glued in place. They're easily movable, and you can, bend the wire and have them face a certain direction, whatever you want. So this is really as you see it and whatever makes your heart happy, really. So we're gonna do the other one, the little Hoosier spice jar, and I decided I need more holes, so we're gonna pop some more holes in here real quick, and we're gonna get to making. So I didn't show it on the other one, but on here you can see I kind of measure, but I've made so many of these I can really eyeball it at this point. But I typically will you'll hold it up to your jar, and you just want to cut off enough to kind of tier them and have them at different levels. Start with your biggest flower at the top, that should be your longest stem, and then slowly trim down each flower around it to create kind of a domed, round, half sphere of flowers around it. And again, even though this is smaller, I still like to make them very full. So I'm sealing in that sticker. Even though it's a sticker, I'm just sealing it with a little bit of leftover antique wax that was on my brush. And those are the ones that I have left over, which I will find another purpose for. Actually, I think I fill more in, but these are the final products. These are available in my Etsy shop right now if you want to grab them. I had a lot of fun making these, and I hope you guys have fun making them as well. And if you do, please share them with me, tag me on my social media. I always love to see what kind of crafts you guys recreate from mine. And don't forget to give me a like and a follow, and stay tuned for my brain fog is bad. Anyways, enough said. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.